Hey, what's up? I'm trying out something a little different today. So I'm trying to find a new way to do videos besides facing the camera and giving advice. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm going to try something a little bit different today, where I'm going to discuss a current event that's going on with rideshare and with Doordash. So there's recently the $2.5 million settlement for Doordash with the drivers, and I'm going to assume for the sake of this video that people know kind of a little bit about it, especially if you're watching my channel. You probably do Doordash or know someone that does or have heard of it or thought about doing it. But basically between 2017 and 2019, Doordash was paying drivers a certain amount, and then they would, if the customer tipped like $10, let's say, you would get a $10 tip, and then you would get paid $1 for doing the Doordash order. But then also and that's what everybody focuses on, is everybody hates that DoorDash did this, and a lot of the drivers think it was a horrible thing that DoorDash was doing this model, and so they got sued for the $2.5 million, which is supposed to paid back, and all everybody can focus on is the fact that they were basically stealing customers' tips by not giving the driver an actual payout for the order plus the tip. But then on the other token of that, what they were doing right was they were taking orders that were, not getting tipped on, and it was short orders. For like a Taco Bell order, you get like $3 or $4, and then they would subsidize the rest of it for you. So they would basically, keep the money that they were getting paid for the other orders that they weren't paying out, and they would add that to the orders, that weren't paying good, that weren't tipped good. So anyway, that's kind of a rundown of it, but I don't want to dwell on that. I think it was a good way that DoorDash ran their business, because it was it helped out the drivers, instead of getting screwed on the short distance orders. And I don't think the lawsuit really took into account the fact that it was trying to make things fair for drivers. Just was trying to make DoorDash look like the bad guys. So anyway, what I think they could have done better was that they could have taken all the customers' tips and put them into a pool, to where every day there was like a daily total amount of tips that would be factored in, and they would have like an average daily amount, and then they would pay the drivers out back depending on how many hours, how much time they put in delivering. They should have just shared the tips evenly between the drivers, and then kept the order pay just dependent on miles and time spent. So I think that Postmates is the app that has it right the most, as far as rewarding drivers for a job well done, because you deliver the food first, and then the customer rates you based on how good you did. So if you took a long time, if you did another order or screwed up their order and got it late, then they don't tip you. But then at least that's a reward system, and it's better for the customer, because then they're not getting as old of food, because drivers actually have to put quality and time into getting the food to the customer. So I think they have it right as far as the customer goes. But I think that Grubhub has it right perfectly, where they just pay you for the amount of distance and time you spend. They show you what the tip is already ahead of time, and that's it. There's no mystery. So I think they have it right as far as being best for the drivers. And there's still an incentive to get food to a customer quickly, because if they tipped you good, then you're probably going to try harder to do a good job. Now, I'm really, on that same token, I just wanted to throw in, if anybody has not been doing Uber Eats for a long time, because it used to suck really bad, it's actually good now, because they show you the tip ahead of time for the orders, which is just like, now it's kind of just like Grubhub. But now DoorDash is kind of sucks as far as that goes, because they don't show you the full tip anymore. So they'll show you what you're getting paid for the order, and if it's a $3 order from Taco Bell, you're not getting the tip anyway, and ahead of time you're only doing this order for $3. So those orders can get put on hold, and I guess it helps teach customers that they should tip better. But anyway, but then if you do an order that has a $20 tip, you don't get told that ahead of time. You only get told maybe that it's going to have like a $5 tip. They just show you a guaranteed amount, and then they put up more money. Yeah, I've seen that comment on my video. What's up, Care Bear? Hey, yeah, I've seen the comment that I look like Mo Sizlak from The Simpsons on other videos that I do. But I have like 10 people that go onto my videos and they tell me who I look like as a celebrity. But thanks for chiming in with that. I appreciate that. All right. So, the other thing I wanted to say was that as far as all that goes, you know, I'm not into making, delivery drivers, you know, employees. I want them to be independent contractors. I like it that way better because I run multiple apps and I don't have to worry about being you know, subjected to just one company's will. And I really do think you are your own boss with food delivery the way it's set up now, because most of these apps show the pickup and the drop off ahead of time. And you have the ability to say, I see this order that starts here, I see this order that goes here, and I want to take it or not. And if you don't want to take it, then you don't take it, and that's it. So you are in control of what you do. You are your own boss. I think if we were employees doing this, it would be really strict about keeping you on one app, and you wouldn't be able to make as much money. And so I'm against, you know, the whole Prop 22 in California. I don't live in California, but I know it affects everybody. But I think that, you know, they need to make a system where drivers get paid more overall, though, because for the drivers that are beginners and you know, people that don't run multiple apps or don't have the, you know, will to do what I do, you know, you're only going to make 15-20 bucks an hour, and that's not enough to live on as a driver. So I think they need to make it more fair for people. But I'll do another video on Prop 22 and what I think about that at some point. But anyway, I just wanted to throw this out there and start a conversation. So peace. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.